Welcome back, everyone. And we're here again with the guys from Ruffino's. And we are going to start our last dish, and it looks like it's going to be another good one. So, guys, how do we begin this dish?
All right, well, this is our stuffed eggplant bisque. What I do is I have a little butter in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and fry my eggplant down. Now, due to time constraints, I'm gonna have to do this a little, I'm gonna put some other ingredients in it while we're doing it. So, but what you wanna do though is you just wanna cook your eggplant until it gets really soft, okay?
And make sure you peel your eggplant first.
Yeah, and then also dice it small, because the smaller you cut it, the faster it cooks.
The faster it cooks, right.
So.
In fact, while we get a chance, I'm going to go ahead and remind everybody at home that if you want the wonderful ingredients that Gino's here today using, you can find them at your local Piggly Wiggly stores here in Opelousas. We have 2 locations to serve you.
8410 Highway 182 North.
Or
1305 Heather Drive.
Or you can go up north a little bit further and go to Highway 1 in Simmsport. Our sister stores up there too. And drop by any one of them. We'll be glad to take care of any of your needs that you might have. So where are we at, Gino?
All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in my onions. I'm gonna throw in some celery. And what I did is, for a little color, I got some green bell pepper and I got some red bell pepper. What I'm gonna do is you wanna let this cook down for about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, once your eggplant's cooked, you throw that in, let it get soft, let your vegetables get soft.
Now, is it a dish, Gino, that y'all serve at the restaurant every day? Or?
Yes. And I tell you what, our family we owned a restaurant in New Orleans for, what, 60 years? And what happened was we had a dish, it was a stuffed eggplant. And one day my brother came up and he's like, man, couldn't we make a soup out of this? And that's basically how we got this. And it's fantastic. I mean, people come in just to get the soup. I mean, it's
definitely.
that good.
And it's really easy to make.
Now, at the restaurant, if you're making a batch like this, how long would it normally take you from start to finish?
I'd say anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes.
20, that's not bad.
Not bad.
Not for a good soup.
Yeah.
That's quick.
In fact, if you want to copy this recipe, you can go to our website here at KGCG. Just go on the website and kgc.com and click on the What's Cooking show. And you get this show and all the other shows done before this. All the recipes are there, all beautiful archived for you. So enjoy the recipe.
And then also now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in my garlic. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw in, I have some diced tomatoes. And what I did is I actually peeled the tomatoes and I squoze the seeds out of it. Just so that way it's not as much water content. Right. But if you don't want to do that, you can always use canned tomatoes if you want.
If you want to be lazy, you can do that.
Yeah.
A Rachel Ray dish would be canned tomatoes.
Yeah. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and throw in my flour. And what happens, you don't want to make this a dark roux. You really want this to be a blonde roux, so I don't want to cook it too long. So I just want to cook it enough to take out the flour taste. So mix that up pretty good.
Just a white roux. You just want to have a thickening agent. So
right.
Yeah.
And then what I'm doing that, and also now we use curry powder. Put in my curry powder.
And that's what we always like to say is sort of our secret ingredient. You don't want that curry flavor to be overpowering. You want somebody to taste it and say, what is that? You know? And
make them wonder.
That's how you know you did. That's how you know you did it right.
And then what I'm gonna do is I got some fresh rosemary.
Gives it a nice little color too.
Oh yeah. And then what I do now, I have my chicken stock already heated, just to make it go quicker. But you don't have to heat it.
And so this is where a lot of your time would come in, letting this soup kind of simmer and let all those flavors really come together.
Right.
But you can see it's got a really nice color already.
Definitely.
Man, it looks good, and you made it in 5 minutes for us. And
Yeah. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my heavy cream. Now, what you can do, if you want it rustic, you can leave it just like this. But if you want, you can take a hand blender and you can blend it and really make it nice and creamy.
I love those hand blenders because you can bring those over to the pot while it's still on the stove and get it all blended.
Yeah.
If you put this in a blender, be careful if you're blending something that's hot because it will splatter on your ceiling. So
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my andouille. I have that julienne, and then I'm gonna add some, now this is a smaller shrimp than what we did earlier today. These are 50-60s peeled into vein.
Yeah, those are some jumbo shrimp earlier.
Yeah.
Right, but all Louisiana shrimp.
Yep.
Definitely, that's the best shrimp in the world. You can find no better than Louisiana products.
I'm gonna do now you just want to just let it, it's gonna thicken and it's gonna cook the shrimp and you're ready to go.
Very simple.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Neat.
I like to
Very,
see the
very
one that
simple.
was made in 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And then also you can finish it off with a little green onions and a little chopped parsley.
Beautiful dish.
Well, I gotta say, guys, y'all made us 3 amazing dishes today.
They sure did. In fact, while we think talking about it, why don't you go ahead and remind everybody at home hours of operations, telephone numbers, and
Great. So we're open 7 days a week for dinner. Monday through Thursday, it's 4:30 to 10 p.m. On Friday, we're open for lunch. So we open at 11:30 for lunch, and we stay straight through till 11 p.m. that night. On Saturday, we're 4:30 to 11. And on Sunday, we're open for brunch at 11, and we close at 9 on Sunday.
where are y'all located at?
We're in Baton Rouge on Highland Road between I-10 and Airline, kind of close to Blue Bayou Water Park.
You're kind of in the middle of everything right there.
Yeah.
That's a good location at a restaurant.
And
We think so.
do y'all accept reservations, Peter? Or?
Oh, we accept reservations, but we take walk-ins all the time, too.
All the time.
So it helps, especially if you're coming on a weekend. You may want to make a reservation, especially if you're driving from around here. You're not going to want to have to wait another hour or so
That's correct,
to get
yeah.
seated. So make a reservation.
And then private dining rooms are available.
Private dining rooms available. We do lots of parties. We even do outside catering. We have a few of our own food products that we brought here today.
So, wow, why don't you go ahead and tell us a few things about those?
Well, we have a guy in Napa Valley who's making a red wine for us. It's just absolutely out of this world. 100% Cabernet Sauvignon from St. Helena in the Napa Valley. It's great. We have our own olive oil imported from Italy, and we do a sensation salad dressing as well.
Oh, wow.
All available at the restaurant.
Again, another unique thing to your restaurant, because not many restaurants have their own wine being made
especially,
for
yeah.
them. That's
Olive oil. Very, very nice. And again, if you want to copy this recipe, you can come to either Piggly Wiggly here store in Opelousas and pick it up from us, or you can go to the website at kgcg.com and click on the What's Cooking Show. And if you want a lot of the fresh ingredients that we use here today, you can go to either Piggly Wiggly stores here in Opelousas or our sister store in Simmsport, Highway 1 in Simmsport, or
8410 Highway 182 North.
1305 Heather Drive. Here in Opelousas, pick up all you.
I'm the
most
new
of the ingredients that
spokesperson for Piggly
Peter
Wiggly.
and Gino use here today.
The
Well,
best
guys, y'all have
not
put us a
employed yet.
really wonderful show together. 3 beautiful dishes, and in a split-second time. And then that was just wonderful. We thank y'all so much for coming. And
It's all pleasure. Thanks for having us.
please come back and see us again.
No, we'd love to.
And again,
We
thank y'all
enjoyed it
for
today.
watching the What's Cooking Show. And Jason, we'll be back next week. We're going to have some more wonderful guests. And in fact, I think I know who those guests are.
I think those guests are right in this room.
That's it. So if you enjoyed this show, you're going to enjoy the next show even more for next week. So join us next week with the What's Cooking Show.
You're watching KDCG, uniquely Acadiana, a Delta Media station.